Joining us from the UK to discuss the deadly protest overshadowing Talon's bid for re-election in Benin is a global affairs analyst, Paul Ejime. Good to have you join us, Paul Ejime. A huge part of this protest is a call for President Talon not to run for a second term because he made a promise that he wouldn't. But that's more on a moral ground and not constitutional. So what do you make of this?
Well, thanks for having me. It's not just on moral grounds, because after he made that pledge, it wasn't forced on him. It was a voluntary statement that he made. So one thing about integrity is about keeping to your words. And morals apart, he had also gone ahead to bring in some electoral changes that really are controversial, that are, shutting off rivals, opposition. Some of them are on exile, like you said, and others are being tried for some, dubious crimes about economic anti-terrorism and so on. And the fact, one of them really is about making it impossible for opposition to run, because they are required to have about 16 MPs or mayors to support the candidature of anybody who is aspiring to be a president. But as you know, all these members are all in the ruling party. So in effect, they cannot get people to support their candidacy. So that is part of the problem, and the fact that he is not, as some of the civil society organizations are saying, there is no playing field. It's not free. There is no openness, and there is no inclusivity. And these are all ingredients of democracy. So it's not really only about morals. It's about playing by the rules. Because if that didn't happen, he won't become president today, succeeding Boni in 2016.
So we know that ECOWAS has called for calm and will be deploying about more than 100 observers to that election, to monitor the election. What does this call by ECOWAS do in terms of ensuring political tension, reducing political tension and ensuring transparency of the election?
Well, beyond calling for peace, persuasion, I think ECOWAS will do more. They have about 105 observers there. And the good thing is that in those days, in the past, ECOWAS used to combine this election observation with what we call backstop preventive diplomacy. That is getting all the players, all the actors together to talk to them behind the scene, so that they do not muddy up the water. So how they should be able to appeal to their supporters not to engage in violence. But it's still early days to know whether the ECOWAS appeal will cut the ice, because as you noted, the tension or protests are now mainly in the opposition strongholds. But who knows what will happen? So the problem is that West Africa does not have a good record in elections and post-election periods. So it remains to be seen how this will play out. But I think the level of intervention, external intervention from ECOWAS and all the friends of Benin will be needed, because already there are too many countries that are in crisis. Cote d'Ivoire, Mali, Niger is there, Guinea, and now Benin. If you add Benin to it, very close to Nigeria. And with all the insecurity that is happening, I think the region has more than enough of issues to deal with instead of adding more.
Absolutely, and Benin was once seen as a bastion of democracy and political stability. We'll continue to monitor events in that country and see how they play out. Global Affairs Analyst Paul Ejime, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.